sushi with everyone in the world!
Hey folks, this is Jared at Nintendo World Report. First, apologize if this audio isn't so great. I am recording it at a strange location. I am just getting over a cold, so if my voice sounds terrible, greatly apologize. Also not using the best recording device, so hey, it's an iPhone. Doing my best here. Anyway, this is Jared. Last week, Neil Ronahan and I, we got to play a little game called Sushi Striker, and we played it at a really cool place. We played it at Yost Sushi in Manhattan in New York City, an actual sushi bar with a actual sushi conveyor belt. So if you're unfamiliar with the game, in the game there's sushi conveyor belts where you're grabbing sushi, and we were actually in a location with sushi conveyor belts, grabbing sushi off it, scarfing it down, and eating it. So it was a ideal setting to play a game about sushi. We did not throw any plates of sushi at people, but that's what you do in the game. This is the first time I've ever played Sushi Striker. Neil Ronahan had actually played it already at PAX East, so he was quite familiar with it. He actually wrote a great preview of the game. I'm going to link to that here in the info section, so you should definitely listen to that. But actually, here's a short excerpt.
So the way it works is that the screen shows 7 conveyor belts that alternate in direction. 3 are on your side, 3 are on your opponent's, and there's 1 shared in the middle. Your goal is to furiously move around the 4 belts you can access and select matches of sushi plates across them. Bigger chains are naturally better, but you only have about 7 seconds before your chain falls apart. When you match plates, they enter stacks at the bottom, where different colored sushi can be accumulated for more damage and bonuses. Those bottom stacks can be thrown towards your opponent with a tap of a button, and generally it's best to wait for them to grow in size before being unleashed. Special abilities can also be used to augment and buff your matching and attacks. I had 3 different types in the demos that I saw. One allowed me to match every sushi plate on the board temporarily. Another changed the sushi plates to desserts that could be used to heal me. The third was an electric shock attack that multiplied the damage thrown plates did. Stacking that with a large pile resulted in massive damage.
I don't know if you remember the old ads for The Matrix. This is 20 years ago. But before The Matrix came out, one of the first trailers for the movie basically said, you can't be told what The Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. Well, Sushi Striker is a little bit like that. It's really hard to envision how the game works until you have it in your hands and you're playing it.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what
Sushi Striker?
is. You have to see it for yourself.
After playing it, I'm really impressed. It seems like a very addictive puzzle formula. It reminded me of The World Ends With You, the DS game where you are multitasking and doing different things on each screen. Thanks for watching. We're going to have a bunch more Sushi Striker videos in the near future, so please watch. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
This is where multiplayer comes in. Enter. Welcome to the arena. So, just before we touch into it, a couple things. Obviously, I said there's local or online. We're going to do local. Keep in mind, there's a lot of systems in here, so I'm hoping everybody should connect just fine. It's good. What we can do, though, too, is if anybody's interested, you can actually do split Joy-Con and play local leagues, just those who are interested. And how that turns out is essentially player 1. Think of it as the player who's played the most will be on the top half of the screen, and the player 2 would be on the bottom half. Think of it as a way of being courteous to someone who's never played before, so they get to see all more of the information on the bottom side of the screen.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
What are the differences between the 3DS and the Switch version?
So there's 2 really big differences. kind of just in the systems themselves. The question is, what's the difference between the Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Switch version? The Nintendo 3DS version is obviously played on 2 screens, and it still uses regular button controls, or you can use the Nintendo stylus for that. And that's a portable system, but obviously the Nintendo Switch is going to be in higher definition, and it's something you can actually play at home, and you can play via split Joy-Con, so that's something that's multiplayer pretty much out of the box for the Nintendo Switch version.